Okay, perfect. Okay, so good morning. And we're really excited today for this webinar because it's something that I definitely need as a mom that now my son's 7 months, so I don't have much of an excuse anymore. But I'm sure this is something most of us are always dealing with is how to be more fit and be more healthy. So today we have Audrey Mak, and I'm going to read her introduction here. She's a certified fitness and nutrition coach specializing in helping busy women overcome lack of energy and optimize longevity to feel bold and confident. She's the founder of Noble Strength Fitness and the creator of the 90-day tummy slimming solution. That is something I need. So please welcome Audrey Mak.
Hi, everyone. So I'm just going to share my screen with all of you. If I have access to that. Good. Awesome. Okay. All right. Do you all see that? Good. If you can see it, just give me a thumbs up. So kind of awesome. Thank you. I'm going to quickly move that aside. Sorry, but technical difficulties right now. I'm trying to let's reset this. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. All right, so I guess I need to block off. Is the right side covering the screen?
We can see the whole.
You can see the whole thing.
Yeah, we can see
Okay,
both of
perfect.
that.
Maybe it's just on my end. Okay, so in this webinar, I'll just be sharing about, how you can create a healthy routine, why it's important, and the tips that you can implement in your life. But firstly, I'll just give you a bit of intro about me. And I've been in the fitness industry for over 12 years. Growing up, I was an athletic individual who became like a lifeguard, taught aquatic fitness, group fitness classes, and eventually gone to personal training, and now currently an online transformation coach. But I was someone who struggled with lack of energy levels and had terrible gut health. And due to my full schedule, I was definitely not nourishing my body properly. So in my 20s, I was considered like the skinny facker, where I did endless amount of cardio, ate like one meal a day, or sometimes binged ate, and still didn't see the results I wanted. I was also a bikini fitness competitor where my routine consisted of 2 to 3 hours in the gym 2 times a day while eating like 5 meals, being on a super restrictive diet. And that actually led me to have body dysmorphia for over 2 years. And through my journey, I obtained my kinesiology degree, became a certified trainer, and just someone who's passionate about health and wellness. And over the past few years, I learned to prioritize my health and body through creating healthy habits and good routines while, balancing the family life and the entrepreneur life, as some of you can relate. So having been coached and mentored by a lot of the top professionals in the fitness industry, along with my current business fitness coach, I learned the importance of scheduling your day without burnout. So I think it's important to address like gratitude and setting up a positive, healthy routine for your day. So here's some fast facts. So people underestimate what they can do in the long term and underestimate what can be done in the short term. And when it comes to diet, sleep, and exercise, having a good routine is linked to improved mental and physical health. People with a good daily routine have a lower levels of anxiety when facing problems with their health or negative life events. And it takes about an average of 3 months to almost a year for a habit to become a permanent behavior. All right, so let's jump into it. So, how do I create a healthy routine? So, I have a booklet that shows me like my scheduling and also my gratitude and things that I can write down. So, it's important to always know what is important for your health. And then that will help bring your heart rate down when you schedule into your day. So time block is super, super important for me. Like I write down everything the night before. So my day starts 4:30 in the morning, waking up, and I time block everything up until I go to bed. And then I focus on my reflection, what went well today, and then where I can improve. So having some sort of booklet or guide or journal to keep you focused will help with creating a healthy routine. And also the four B's is something that has been really helpful for me. So first B is balance. Um, One person that I can help or I can grow in terms of relationship. So that's balance. And then being is, some sort of journaling or meditation. And I write down 3 things I'm grateful for. Also, what will I do to make today great? And then my positive daily affirmation. So I am going to make today positive. I'm going to feel amazing. Things like that. And then the third one is business, also my career, like learning something that will help you grow or teach and declare something that is important to you. And the fourth B is body. So your physical health. For me, it's making sure I get in my morning smoothie and my daily supplements. And then if I'm like, I need to get out the door, I need to make sure that I move at least 10 minutes before leaving the house or get my workout in early in the morning. And then, of course, celebrating wins, no matter how big or small, and working on that weekly gratitude. So those 4 B's are non-negotiables for me before 10 o'clock. And that's something I just created for myself. And this is part of like this notebook that I have. It talks about, like write down your weekly lessons, your weekly wins, weekly gratitude. So that's something that you can incorporate into your life as well. All right. So what is the goal? The goal with routines is to make sure that you feel like you are doing something without actually thinking about it with minimal resistance. So of course it is easier said than done, right? It requires lots of time and energy and effort in order to become, part of your lifestyle. But in order to make your habit easier, we just have to keep working for it to make sure it sticks, especially when it's something like daily changes in our lives. For example, when we travel or on vacation, celebrate holidays, or when something else happens that interrupts our daily routine and lifestyle, even when it's like spending, during COVID time right now, we spend a lot of time at home, like many of us right now, like it tends to be challenging to be productive and stick to your routine. So for example, like even when we manage to go to the gym a few times a week before, it can be like super difficult to work out in a different environment than we are used to. And, having less equipment and less motivation from friends and activities. So how can we turn an activity into a routine? Like, how do we actually stick to it? And as I mentioned before, it requires some effort. But there are some easy tips and tools that I recommend to my clients when setting a routine that this might help some of you. So in order to set a routine, like a new one, you need to want to do it. It doesn't matter how much you hear from like other people that you should do something, like, oh, you should go work out, or you should eat healthy. Oh, you should, do this and such. You need to find that trigger and motivation within yourself in order for the new habit to stick. So that intrinsic motivation is what will keep you going when it feels like it's super tough and challenging. And that's going to help bring you back on track if you have fallen like out of habit. So hence, like, this is the first thing that you should think about when you are starting to do something new and implement a new routine in your life. So finding that why, remembering that why. So the second one is like, how do you find the why? And I guess the question is like, why is it good for you, and so on. Like, try thinking about the ripple effects of it and like what benefits it will give you in the long run to do so. So for me, like, I drink a smoothie in the morning, and why do I do it? Yes, it tastes great, but it's also consists of a lot of nutrients and vitamins that my body needs that will nourish my body and make me feel strong. So in turn, like, the ripple effects, it'll give me energy and the strength to do the things I need to do for the rest of the day. So if you think about more than just the direct benefit, it'll also like include the indirect benefits, like the positive things that will contribute to you making those new routines. So that will help you. I guess it'll be easier to help you find your why and help you feel motivated, inspired. So, of course, once you know your why, you need to take action and prioritize and plan for that new routine to take in place, because words without action is nothing. So this is really key. You need to make space and time for it, just like anything else that's important to you. Make sure you plan for it and schedule in your calendar, like any other important activity that you schedule. So in the previous slide, I mentioned, time blocking and having, certain time to do certain things. Like if I actually write everything down to a T, including my meals. So if you need that extra help, just schedule into your phone. And another thing that might help you with the process is like using checklists of where you can tick off each thing that you have to complete. And then it'll help you see that progress once you see that checklist get checked off. And it also make it more fun and think of it more like a challenge to get through that list. So, it's normal to have up and downs, right? It's going to feel tough. So when you skip those routines and you fall into those unhealthy habits, especially in the beginning, which is totally normal, just remember that it is a new day. There's a new day tomorrow, and you can start again, choosing the better option. I teach my clients all the time that just be mindful of the decisions you make. I actually had a call today with my client this morning, and she was having a rough week, and she had a whole entire bowl of Jelly Bellies, which, I asked her, how did it feel like after you had it? And she said, I was eating because of stress eating, but she enjoyed it. So I'm like, that's the most important thing, because she was mindful of, okay, she'd had it. Now I'm going to do better next time and choosing a better alternative. But even though, when you feel like your motivation fails sometimes and it feels like, you're just not where you want to be, just get back on track as soon as you can and remember your why. So bring it back to the first point. So that why is going to help you keep motivated, and also remember, reminding you that this is why you did it from the beginning. So the fourth point is morning routine and evening routines. I really believe in this because throughout in my 20s and early 30s, I struggled with setting a good morning routine because I was never a morning person. But now I can't imagine not waking up past 6 a.m. And I guess I was always that person who get up last minute, rushed everywhere on most mornings, and it was actually so stressful. But now I know is not the right way to look at it, because when you have a good morning routine, it'll actually help you have a less stressful morning. And for me, having this business coach has taught me to create a healthy a morning routine and why it's worth your time and effort. You know, I read about many successful people and why they do what they do before they start their day. And I heard stories like taking a cold shower in the morning, working on non-negotiables, getting in their meditation in first thing in the morning. So, you know what? I decided to give it a try. And I found
Audrey,
that, yes.
sorry, I just wanted to tell you, Thais has a question. She raised her hand.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
I actually don't see it on my end. So thank you for bringing that up.
No problem.
Thank you so much, Audrey. I really, I'm enjoying the presentation so far.
Yeah.
And I used to do cold showers before, but I stopped that routine. My question is just with regards to your presentation and the slides. Which slides are we supposed to be seeing now? Because we still have the original agenda screen. I don't know.
Oh, you can't
Yeah,
see.
that is interesting. I was wondering that too.
Oh my goodness. So sorry about that. I don't.
Let me see something because this kind of moves. Oh no, that's not how to do it. Can you move through can you press the arrow on the PowerPoint? Like if you push through it with your arrow, does it work?
Arrow.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Oh, so you missed all that. Oh, so, okay. I'm so sorry. You probably just saw this the whole entire time, did you?
We did.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. So we'll just fast forward a couple slides. And then feel free to stop me anytime here. So just here are the fast facts. And then,
Yeah.
yeah,
Perfect.
so here it is. This is the booklet where I time block, and doesn't even have to be a journal. You know, you can grab any sort of notebook that you had and just time block your entries. And the weekly lessons, weekly wins, weekly gratitude, and then the 4 B's that I have on the right side there. If I'm going too fast, feel free to just speak up and let me know to pause. And there you go. We're on track. So we're talking about the morning routine and
Awesome.
evening routines. Okay. Let's see. Cold showers. Yes. I know there are quite a few people that have done cold showers and they love it. Of course, it takes a little bit of confidence boost to get you in there, but just, you know, it doesn't even have to be long. I start with a hot shower and then finish off with a cold shower, and that seems to be working. And of course, it gets easier as time goes. Okay, so sorry, just need to go through my notes here. All right, yes. So also working on.
We're back on here. Good.
Yeah.
Now we're good.
Perfect. So like I said, these are my non-negotiables. So the 4 B's. This is something I will have to do for myself as a routine before 10 a.m. And that has actually, I found it helped me set a good morning routine and gives me that calm start to my day. And what I also found was having no phones when I wake up. So it's so easy to check our phones when we get up in the morning, but I noticed I was so stressed out, checking my emails and all that like all the work responsibilities you need to do. So setting that time block of not checking your phone until after you get in your non-negotiables, I found it was so calming, and it helped me actually feel like I can conquer my morning. So an evening routine also helps you unwind and prepare you for your beauty sleep. So as you start your day with like health activities, such as making yourself a nutritious breakfast, doing a light workout, meditation, you tend to make better choices throughout the day, because first of all, you're nourishing your brain, you're nourishing your body, so then you can just function better. And then as you wrap up your day, after you tuck your kids in bed, having that relaxing, peaceful way of bedtime routine, I would call it. And for me, I tend to have like oil and oh my goodness, I just lost my train of thought. Lavender oil. Oh my goodness, that really, really helps calm my spirit. And that it triggers my brain to say, oh, okay, it's time to wind down and time to go just ease your mind. So of course, the more you practice it, the better you get. And let's move on to our next slide. Okay, yeah, so the non-negotiables that I want to encourage you, you can write this down if you like. So is taking that scheduled 15 to 20 minute break, because it's so easy for our whole day to be just be doing. And when you don't actually schedule it in, it's easy to prioritize everything else on top of your break. So set a timer on your watch or write it down when your break happens is so important. And then you're also going to feel so much better after you take that break. Take schedule 15, 20 minute uninterrupted food break. So this could be your snacks, your smoothie, because if you are eating, your body actually, your digestion system all the blood flow goes there. So your body's going to be focusing on breaking this food down. But once you are, on your phone or doing other things, your body doesn't absorb the nutrients it needs in a proper way because it's distracted and the blood flow goes somewhere else. So it's important to have mindful eating breaks. And number 3 is stop work at the same time every day. For me, it's 5. When I first started, let me tell you, I was working till 10 p.m., 12 a.m. until, it felt like there's so much to do and you can always do much more. But it was so important to set those boundaries for yourself. And then getting up at the same time every day, because your body loves routine. Your body is on the cycle where you kind of get up at the same time. It kind of knows when it's ready to start moving and start functioning. And then the 5th one is getting your workout or movement in the morning the best you can, because then you have less time to think about why you shouldn't be doing it later on in the day. Less excuses for yourself. So here's an example. If you don't have a booklet, here's a notebook. You can just plan your routine. So the top box is, what are some things you want to be part of your day? So reading, exercise. These are like things that are kind of like non-negotiables, like date night with your spouse, quality time with your kids, exercising. So things that you really want this to happen. And then the next box is what gets in the way of accomplishing your goals. So is it because your lack in energy levels, you're working too much, things like that. And then what are the things that you can do to address that? So if you're, I guess, working too much is setting that boundary. Second one is, if you're feeling tired, okay, what can I do? Perhaps go to bed a little bit earlier, setting a proper sleep schedule for yourself. And then having the activities planned out in the bottom, like time block, like I mentioned before, and then the support. So who can hold you accountable, or who can kind of be part of your journey in keeping you accountable. And then of course, we got to celebrate yourself. So how can you reward yourself for successfully making these things part of your routine? So for example, this week, I got in my workout 3 times this week, what things can I reward myself with? This can be easy as, just a simple pat on the back, or it can be treat to the grocery store, buying yourself a nice pair of pants. So it doesn't matter how big or small these wins are, it's important to celebrate. And oftentimes is that we don't celebrate our wins enough. So that's one thing to remind you of. So big or small, healthy or unhealthy habits, it's important to form these routine and play this out every single day that works for you. So, habits, they can change throughout time, but it takes time. And most of us like have done this without even having to think, like brushing our teeth. These are just routines that we've done throughout time. So the importance of having like good habits is to stick with these daily routines. So energizing, time-saving routines, draining, efficient routines, the choice is up to you. So how you plan your routine will determine like the outcome. And like I said before, it takes time and celebrating the wins. And of course, like by understanding the root cause of like your behavior, you'll learn how to make changes and stick with them. So you'll also discover that like some positive daily routines that can actually lead you to a healthy and happier life, but you won't know until you actually try. And finding and adopting the right kind of routine for yourself will take time, but just know that your body and mind will thank you for after, and it'll help decrease anxiety and provide you with that healthier, calmer, and higher achieving you. So lastly, words without action means nothing. So just taking action for that. So here are some tips to enhance your life. Make your bed, because that's the first thing my mom always taught me. First thing you can do, check off your list, feeling productive, is just start with making your bed. And then start your day with warm water and lemon, because that's going to boost your metabolism, keep you hydrated. Like I said before, working out in the morning gets it done and you don't have to think about it. Nourishing your body in the morning with good, dense, nutritious food, protein, bit of carbs and fats, and then make sure you're staying hydrated. So water, 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 so important. And good indicator is your poop and how smooth it comes out. I know that's TMI, but that's a great way to indicate how hydrated you are. And then eating a balanced meal. I always encourage, eat the rainbow, because all your nutrients and vitamins they all work hand in hand. And then increasing your NEAT. So that's the non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So things that like fidgeting, walking up and down the stairs, grabbing your groceries, standing, sitting. So any sort of like non-exercise movement, even like if you're sitting on the couch watching TV, maybe head to the ground and just do a bit of light movement and stretching. And then eat a high protein dinner, because that's going to boost your metabolism and keep you satisfied longer. Taking time to relax, especially, with everything going on, self-care is key. And then sleep between 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. because this is like the highest levels of melatonin that your body produces during this time. And plan out your schedule the night before. So that booklet I showed you, like the night before, I time block everything, so I will set myself up for success the next day, and I won't feel as anxious. And as I mentioned, avoid checking your phone the first thing you wake up, and say no to the things that do not help you towards your goal. Another one, schedule and date nights, because life gets busy, but prioritizing your relationships, or even scheduling like, coffee time outside with your friends is important. And create a bedtime ritual, whatever helps you calm your mind down. And if you want to make your goal happen, start to take action about it. Don't let procrastination hold you back from achieving your goals. And then this is how you can contact with me. And if you want to message me on Instagram, Noble Strength Fitness, or you can check on my website. And if you mention the modern day women, you get a free 30-minute fitness strategy call with me. And that is all. Any questions?
Awesome. Does anyone have any questions? You can unmute yourself. Okay. All right. Well, that was definitely really helpful. And that book with all the different how to break up the day and so on is something I think we probably all need to do, especially if you're an entrepreneur and self-employed and so on. So that was definitely very helpful. Does anyone want to say anything or share any feedback or anything you got out of it? You can put your camera on and unmute yourself. Give some feedback to Audrey.
Don't be shy.
Are you based out of Vancouver?
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay. Do you have clients across Canada or just Vancouver?
Yeah, I'm an online coach, so right now they're everywhere.
Awesome. Okay, well, if that's all of the questions, Audrey, thank you so much for preparing this for us and being here and everything you did to make this webinar happen. We really, really appreciate it. It was recorded, so I know I already got a text message from someone who wasn't able to come and said, can we get the recording? So we'll be sharing it with those people. And make sure you all follow Audrey. You can see her hashtag a little bit. It's at Noble Strength Fitness. It's on her background. And you can, find out more about what she does and stay in touch. And also, we have a workbook in the vault that's based on the IGTV that she did with us. So you can actually read more about some tips she's already given us in a workbook form that we have made really pretty for all of you. So you can download it and use it every day. Okay?
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. That was so much fun. And like I said, any questions, feel free to reach out and I'll be happy to chat with you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Audrey. And thank you, Alexia, Thais, Rachel, for all being here. We really appreciate it. We love having you in this community. And we'll see you all next Friday. We might actually be switching things up because on April 16th, 23rd, and 30th, Megan, Chelsea, and I are going to be putting on a 3-series on tried and true modern day wife tips on growing your business or running your business. And it will also include how to grow your internship program, which a lot of people had questions for us on. So we're going to be branding that and putting that invite out as a special 3-series. So stay tuned on that. And so there's going to be a slight shift in 1 week in the webinar calendar. So we'll keep you posted on that. But in any event, thank you so much, Audrey. And we will see you soon.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, guys. See you next week.